Well, good God, I shouldn't even go here, but I'm going to go here anyway. Some men say, man, I can go an hour and a half, 12. Yeah, sure you can. That's what you say. But we know if you can go 30 minutes, if you can go that long, that's a long time. All right, so don't try to like my father-in-law say, don't try to bullskate me, all right? Because it don't work like that in the real world. Either you taking some Viagra or you taking something else. Naturally speaking, you ain't gonna go that long because a man's body is not made like that. Because let me put it this way: when you put water into a kettle, like you got the kettle on the stove, and you turn that heat up onto that water, it gets to a boiling point within a certain period of time, right or wrong. And then what happens after it gets really hot?
It evaporates.
It's evaporating, starts to boil over. Same thing with you, a man. Once you get to a certain point, you have to release because that's how God created you to release. You got to understand, a woman can receive, she can lay there and receive all night long because she's a receiver. Men, we are givers. You can only give but so much. Come on, son, you don't hear me talking.
That's right.
You can only give so much because then you have to be regenerated.
Yeah.
Oh, hallelujah. You ain't hear that word, did you?
I appreciate that regeneration.
Men have to be regenerated, or they have to. It takes 2 to 3 days for a man to get his sperm count back up. Normally, for him to get his strength back up, because once he's depleted after the orgasm, okay, his body has to go through a rebuilding process. So don't tell me that, all right? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
All right? All right, so good.
Knowledge come in.
Good God from Zion. Woo! All right, Brother Dwight, let's go down to read her. If you want to read B, fine, and then we go read her touch. This get good.
We don't list breast or crotch for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Reaching for those without a clear invitation is almost always going to guarantee you a well-earned visit from the slap fairy.
That's right, you'll get slapped.
How you touch someone also changes the implied message.
Yes.
Touching somebody with the back of your hand, for example, is considerable less intimacy.
That's right.
And more incautious than the fingertips.
Yes.
Touching somebody likely with your fingertips is going to be slightly more intimate.
That's right.
That's right. Or flirty.
Yes.
Than with the back of your hand. Your full palm implies a much greater degree of familiarity and intimacy, and depending on the location, and the expectation of compliance. That's
right. So basically, how you touch somebody is going to send a message on what you're trying to communicate with that person. If you touch that woman with your palm on her hand, that's trying to be intimate. But if you touch on the back of her hand or on her shoulder or something like that, that's going to be less intimate. You see what I'm saying? So you as men, you got to be very, very careful, because now we get into today's world, we get into the sexual harassment thing. Women, you got to understand that women don't want to be touched like that. And you may not mean nothing by it, but women take things, they're very emotional creatures. You see what I'm saying? They get moved by what they hear. They know
what type of touch they
Yes.
Like an understanding. They do it.
Yes, that's right.
Then we like, man, you tripping, but they not tripping.
We
out of place. We don't know.
We don't know. We're ignorant to the fact of what women want. And if that woman does not want that desire touch from you, and she don't like you or care for you, don't bother with her.
That's right.
If she's not inviting that touch to her or inviting you in, then you can't. That door is locked, sir. Keep on moving. All right. So you got to have some wisdom along with, some good God inside. Woo-hoo. Man, I ain't gonna even go there. I'll get ready to get deep on you, but I ain't gonna go there tonight. Woo. All right, let's go down to, I'm gonna read this. Read, you got to learn, men, you got to learn how to read her touch. Her touch, all right? Listen to this. Good God, we learn together, brother. You ain't gonna get say it from the way.
You ain't getting this in no church.
No.
You're not getting into this no type of other business. Wow.
And we're ministers. I've been in the church over 30 years. I ain't never heard stuff like this before. But then, I was talking to, I'm gonna say this so we can get back into this. This is so good.
Wow.
I was telling the brother today, like I was telling you earlier, I said, every job that you go to, you have to be trained for that job,
Yeah.
right? You got to be trained how to drive a car. You got to be trained when you go to school for a certain degree. You got to be trained for whatever you do, construction. You got to be trained to do that. But when it comes to relationship, where is your training?
Where the training at?
We don't get no training.
They teach us about spiritual wickedness and how places,
Yeah.
spiritual demons, but are you really trying to face? Are you really trying to fight them demons?
Yeah.
Or is it just a camouflage?
That's right. So actually, we don't even know what a relationship is. Now, a woman knows because she has that part of God that's love. She already knows. But we as men, we're the ones that are ignorant and don't know because we're not willing to learn. We think we know it all just because you get to a certain age and you can shoot your sperm and create a baby. They'll make you a man. All right? You got to understand that you got to get some wisdom. They said with all you're getting, get what?
Get wisdom and understanding.
Get understanding. So you got to get some understanding. So if you're too embarrassed, then you ain't gonna never be successful in a relationship because you don't even know what a relationship is.
No.
Good God.
Mm.
Woo. Woo.
Oh, you said you got that one.
Read her touch. Just as you're communicating intent through touch, so is she as a woman. The way that she responds to your touch tells you everything about how she's feeling about you. One of the quickest ways to get a read on how somebody feels about you is through the use of touch. Very important. One of the signs that somebody's interested in you is through what's known as reciprocal touching.
They ain't ready for this.
Okay? Good God from Zion. Do you know what reciprocal touching is? If what you give, you have to receive. That's reciprocal. But if you don't get it back in return, you know there's issues. You better keep walking. All right? And don't go through that door because you're gonna have some issues. That's why we got on these jobs we got the sexual, what do they call it? I just said it a little while ago. Sexual harassment. We got that on the jobs because men always trying to push up on these women, okay, and they trying to make an advance, but the women don't need that. They don't want uninvited sexual advances. If they're attracted to you, that woman gonna let you know. By her smile, the way she talks to you, she'll give you a single, but you got to learn how to wait and be patient till you receive the single. We always want to, as a man, we always want to create a single.
That's right.
And ain't no single there. Come on now. Always trying to start a fire, and you ain't got nothing to start a fire with. Good God from Zion. Woo. She touches you after you touch her. For example, you touch her on the arm while you're making a joke. Then take your hand back casually, not like you just have been scold and wait. This gives her an opportunity to decide how comfortable she feels. If she's interested, she'll find an excuse to touch you back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She will send you a single. Women send singles to their men every single day, but we ain't even paying attention to them because our mind is one track, just knocking it down, getting our jollies off, and not worry about what the woman cares, what she thinks. That's how we are. And that's why we have these difficulties in the relationship that we have because we only thinking about me, myself, and I. But the scripture says you need to love your brother as you love yourself. Meaning, when you got to get into a position where you're there to serve. If you got a girl, man, if you have a woman in your life, you have to learn how to serve her. Serve that woman in your life, and I guarantee you, once you start serving her, she gonna serve you in return. That's where the intimacy comes, is by serving. And that's what the scripture says that's how God blesses us through serving others.
Serving others. Jesus didn't come to be served, but he came to serve.
There you go, to serve. And you as a man, we have to learn how to serve. And that's where we get mixed up because we don't want to serve. We want everybody to serve us because we think we the man. Yeah, baby. You know, I done went out. I make all this money. Don't I take care of you? Don't I put food on? That's what you're supposed to do.
TD Jakes, and I downloaded it on my tablet. And I've been letting my aunts, everybody I talk to about, I bring it up. TD Jakes did a sermon about commitment. If he didn't touch or step on people's feet and toes, he did. He did. He covered a lot. And it corresponds with this, as far as with man. It's like, you're supposed to do this and that and all stuff like that. Don't look for something to receive. You're
supposed to do.
And he talks. Of course, he hit the relationship part. We as men, we want to get in. We want to get into a relationship to get.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Don't want to give.
We don't want to give anything.
He said we should give more.
There you go.
We get.
That's right. Because we got to learn that when God created that woman, that's a gift that he gave to us.
It's a gift.
A gift. And you got to learn how to respect that gift. You got to learn how to take care of that gift. And you got to learn how to nurture that gift and make that gift grow. A woman is just like a flower. If you don't water it, if you don't feed it the right type of food, that flower is going to die. If you don't have the right side of sunshine, brother. And those words are sunshine to that woman's life for her to grow. Good God from Zion. I ain't gonna preach no more.
They ain't ready for this. We're gonna keep going.
She touches you after you touch her. For example, you touch her on the arm. Okay, now, if she's interested, she'll find an excuse to touch you back, and most likely in the same fashion. Simply, if you are holding her hand or giving her a side hug, disengage for a moment. Someone who is into you is going to want to reestablish contact quickly. Plain and simple. If you give her a vibe, if she don't say no, keep on moving. Don't try to force yourself on women. You know, one thing, I didn't want to get into it, but I'm going to say it anyway. We as men, sometimes we act too desperate to have a woman.
We are too desperate. we are.
Yeah, we too. And a woman can pick up when we desperate, and they don't like desperate. They don't like that because they see that you have nothing else going for you in your life, but all you want to do is get to bed and have sex. That's all you got on your mind.
A desperate man.
She can't stand a desperate man. She can't.
Desperate.
Because you got nothing else going for you. Where's your career? Where's your job? What are you doing? You have no goals? That's what she respects. But if you desperate after her, that's a big turnoff for her. Good.
Wow.
God from Zion.
10 people just got married.
Woo, brother. Man, but let's go, brother Dwight. Go down to non-sexual touch and sex. Good. God from Zion, man. We getting some stuff tonight.
Non-sexual touch and sex. The touch she wants.
Yes.
3/4 of women say a touch as husband, boyfriend walked it past was something they desire.
Oh my God. Say that again, brother Dwight. What do they desire?
3/4 of women said a touch as husband, boyfriend walked it past was something they desire.
So what brother Dwight says, when you come into the house, men, and your girlfriend or your wife is there, when you gently walking past your girlfriend or wife and you touch her, either on the backside, you can touch her hair, you may kiss her on the cheek or on the neck, that's what a woman needs. A woman needs 8 to 13 touches a day from the man in her life to show her that you notice her, that you desire her, that you appreciate her. If you're not giving her that, brother Dwight, you can forget the bedroom, brother. That thing is gonna be on lockdown. It's on lockdown. You ain't getting none of that. That key, it's locked. So you got to learn, men, that women. These are the things that women desire. They desire touch in a non-sexual way. What did I say earlier? Yes, they love sex, but they love intimacy better. Intimacy is the key. But when you think about intimacy, we as men, we think about sex.
That's right.
And that's where the problem is at. We always think about the sex. We think about the act. The woman is thinking about that. The woman is thinking about that what leads up to the act.
That's right.
Not the act itself. Because if you're doing all the right things leading up to the act is going to be easy.
Yeah.
That's the easy thing for the woman. That's easy. Because she's a receiver. We are the giver. So you got to be willing to give to her so she can unlock the padlock so you can be invited in.
That's right.
Come on, brother.
That's right.
Woo, my God.
This is not a difficult thing. It takes almost no effort and only seconds to do.
Yes, yes.
A brief touch on the arm.
Yes.
A passing glimpse of her.
Yes.
Or a pat on the back, on the butt.
Yes.
If it's okay with her.
That's right.
Simple, easy, and powerful. Do this a number of times a day, and you tell her you are always aware of her.
Yes.
Always thinking of her.
Yes.
And always design intimacy up with her.
Yes.
See, even though the women won't move out with it, you could say it, but at the same time,
Yes.
you gotta have some action.
You got to have action. Faith without what?
Works a day.
There it is. And a woman needs to see that. She needs to see the works. She needs to see the works in action, because if you are the giver, show her that you desire her. A woman, we talked about this about 3 or 4 months ago, brother Dwight. What is a woman's oh God, what I need to say? How is a woman's character, or how is her woman's being Interlock. What is it? What is a woman's being interlocked with, or what is it associated with? Or maybe I can say it that way.
As far as the woman, what her identity is wrapped
Yes,
around?
her identity. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Her makeup.
Yes.
Her clothes.
Yes.
Her shoes.
Uh-huh.
How she coordinate.
Okay.
In different colors and stuff.
Yes. So if the man don't notice that,
He missing it.
he's missing it because she's doing that for a reason.
That's right.
It's part of her identity,
As
but
a woman.
as a woman, it's part of her identity as a woman. But if you as a man are not noticing that, that means that she is not desirable to you, that you don't care about her no
That's
more.
right. And she would know that.
And she will know that. So that's why the non-sexual touch is so important to the woman, because that tells her that you noticing her, that you still desire her. Even if y'all been together 10, 15, 20 years, if you still do those little things, that shows her that you still noticing. Good God.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Wow.
Brother Dwight, brother Dwight.
Second, and more than half was his arm around her.
Yes, yes.
Be it while walking or sitting, this is a powerful form of touch for a woman.
Yes.
Additionally, it shows the word you love her. It shows
That's
the word
right.
you love her, and it makes her feel especially good
Yes.
in public because it tells her
Yes.
you are not ashamed
Shame. That's right.
of loving her in front
From
of
the
others.
other. That's right. So it's very important. Men, you got to learn how to show affection to your woman in public. A woman loves that because she wants to feel proud of the man that she has standing next to her, that he's not ashamed to put his arm around her, to hold her hand, to open the car door for her. All these things send signals to that woman. Man, he really cares for me. Oh, I'm going to give him something nice tonight. You see what I'm saying? Because you are preparing the oven. You are preheating that oven leading up to the act. You see what I'm saying? So if you are doing these things, that's going to make her more receptive to your touch. You see what I'm saying? You'll get a reciprocal touch in return.
That's right.
Man, oh man.
Wow.
Boy.
A little less than half the ladies cited kissing during the day
Yes.
as opposed to as foreplay.
Yes.
It's almost impossible to kiss your wife or girlfriend more than she wants.
Yes. Yes.
You can even throw in some heavy kissing and a bit of gentle grouping on occasion.
Yes. Yes.
If you do plenty of kissing.
Yes.
Some very long kissing was mentioned by over a third of the women.
Yes.
So some are especially looking for more than just a peck.
That's right. That's right.
A little over 1/3 of the women said sitting in his lap was chosen by only one woman in 10, but for some of those, it may be a huge thing and maybe a turn on as well.
Yes. So it just tells you, brother Dwight, just hold on. Kissing is very important to a woman. And not just that peck thing. They want to feel. They want you to show them that you care for her. A woman can pick up if how you feel about her, the way you kiss her. She can feel it. It's just something that's inside that woman that she can feel that passion from you to her.
What does it mean when a woman says she misses your kiss?
That's right. Because if it's something in that kiss, you can go back to his older song. It's something within in his kiss. It's the way it's there, man. But if you don't give it, then she can't receive it.
That's right.
Plain and simple. The touch. There it goes again. Now that kiss don't have to be a sexual. It don't have to be a sexual kiss, but it could be a touch of showing her how much you love and care for her. Okay. That's how you express it. And then, like I said before, that heats up the oven leading up to the act.
That's right.
There it is. All right, let's get through. We're going to talk about some numbers. Brother Dwight's going to go through numbers. Then we're going to get down to the last part of our broadcast. We're going to get through the ways how men can touch their woman without touching them. We're going to run through a few of those. And then we're going to close it out on what really attracts a woman. Turns a woman on. And then the last thing that we talked about on this past Tuesday, the sexiest 3 words a man can say to a woman. Good God.
Wow.
Woo.
Okay, let's talk some numbers here. Women other than sexual contact, what physical touch would you like more or from your husband or boyfriend?
Yes.
And this is what women said.
That's
What
what
they
women
like
said.
more other than sexual contact.
Yes.
So, touching me as he walked past was 75.7%, which was the highest on this list.
That's high.
And we just discussed it there.
Yes, that's
Walking
very high.
past.
Walking past that woman, just touching her, nonchalantly letting her know that you acknowledging her.
That's right.
That you see her, that you still desire her, that shows her, oh man, he's really showing me that.